Hi Jim, how are you today?
What do we have here?
Well, I'm John Unsworth, and I've been involved in the restoration, raising and restoration of the Chee, which was formerly known as the Bee Isle. And Webb Archer operated this boat as a taxi boat for many years, and his father before him, from about 1937 up until 1963 approximately. And during that period of time they operated a taxi boat and a barge service, and this was the taxi boat. And I was quite taken by the boat. I thought it was a fantastic boat. I remember especially the cross-hatch arrangement of the ribs and the battens in the boat. We took the boat many times during the course of the next number of years, and back and forth. And then one day we saw the boat go out, which was customary in the morning, and didn't return. And I was rather surprised at that thing, because generally it would head out and be back in 15 or 20 minutes, having picked some people up. And we've later discovered that evening that the boat had been sunk by Webb and his brother, and so they thought the most appropriate way of doing it was to scuttle it out in front of his cottage, well within his view, so he could keep an eye on it, make sure no one raised it without his permission. And there it sat for many years. These boats aren't really raced anymore. But occasionally one, runs into one of these boats of similar kind in the area, and Chee, if it's a nice calm day, all of a sudden we find ourselves aligning the boats up and maybe going a little faster than we normally do, and going sometimes a lot faster than we normally do. Ditchburn built 5 duplicates, the Prohibition, Ionic 3, the Chee, which is the boat I'm sitting in now, Tears, and also another boat, the Foss boat. And that boat probably was destroyed in Prohibition, carting rum into the port of New York. The Rainbow One, which was owned by Harry Greening, a famous raceboat racer and owner, won the Fisher-Allison Cup race in 1920, and then subsequently it was the same boat won the race in 1921. And Ditchburn built that boat, and after the New York Boat Show at which it appeared, it became a well-known boat and was covered by the press. Herb Ditchburn built Muskoka launches from the late 1800s to 1937, when his company went into receivership. But during that period of time, he built many famous race boats and many launches that still ply the waters of the Muskoka Lakes. Originally, the boat had a Van Blurk motor in it, and it was a race motor built in Chicago by Joseph Van Blurk. These race boats, they would swap the engines out as more powerful and lighter engines became available. So when it came time to decide how to power this boat, I decided that I would put an offshore racing motor in it, which is probably what they would have done had such an engine been available at the time. It's an Elmore motor, 700 horsepower V10 engine, and it sounds very much like the sound of the original motor.